All of these shells at one time or another were little homes for animals. Every single one. See the different shapes? Some of them, the shells were together like that. Some of them, the animal scooched in there. Some of the shells are thick. Some of them are thin. Some of them are bumpy. Let's see. Some of them are smooth. Some of the ridges, look at some of them, the ridges go one way and another. So you look at the shells and you see how many different types of shells, how many different patterns, and the intricate design of everything, the colors. And you know what? Some of these shells, when you put them back in water, some of their colors come out a little bit more, the little purples and pinks. But let's look at page 77 of our science books, and you can see some brightly colored shells here. Page 77 in your science book. Animals of the seashore. And just like Mrs. Taggart's shells, those are real. I can touch them. I can feel them. I picked them up. I know this is a picture of something that somebody else has done. But you know, when you can touch it yourself, it helps you understand all the different things that God has created in this world and all the beautiful designs, and each part is unique. Look at our page and you can see some of these intricate designs, details. Boys and girls, God is a God of details. He's the master creator. Remember, when He spoke, all things were created just by His voice. He spoke and it was so. What a wonderful designer. I like to hunt seashells. Little animals used to live inside each seashell. Now the shells are empty. Hermit crabs like to hunt for shells too. When they outgrow their shells, they will find a new one. We can find their empty shells on the beach. And so think about all the different animals that have lived in these shells. And when they get too big, when their body gets too big, they go and find a bigger shell to live in. Let's turn the page and let's look at some of these animals that God has created that live in the sea. Page 78. Of course, there are fish. God created fish in all shapes and colors and sizes. A fish uses gills to breathe underwater. Do you know what you use to breathe? You use lungs. They're like balloons. But fish use gills to breathe underwater. Fins help a fish to swim. Most fish live in groups. The groups are called schools. So you see some schools of fish here. The clownfish. Did you watch the video yesterday? The lady told about the clownfish. The manta rays. Look at all of these different fish. Ooh, we know what that is. I think that one's a barracuda. God made all fish different. Let's see, these ones are tiger sharks. This is the blue sturgeon fish. And then the actual term for that is cow nose ray, like the manta ray. And this one is the Atlantic spade fish. Remember what the word spade means? Yeah, it's like a type of shovel. Look at, those are kind of in the shape of a spade. Here's another animal that lives in the ocean. Crabs. Look at, this one's bright red. There are all kinds of different crabs. And it depends on what kind of water they live in. Some are the red, some are the little brown, and some are blue. Okay. Crabs. A crab is a funny little animal. He has 10 legs. 2 of them are pinchers. His eyes are on stems, and you can see right here they kind of stick up a little bit. When he runs sideways. I saw a crab like this on the beach in Mexico, and it runs sideways. I had a little video of it, and I was looking for it. I must have deleted it. But I saw one just like that, and he was running sideways. It was fun to watch. Have you ever seen a crab on the beach? A crab likes to fight. Oh dear. He likes to pinch. If his leg is bitten off, he will grow a new one. Do you remember there was another animal that if it lost its body part, it could grow a new one? Do you remember what it was? Yeah, a lizard. If you get a leg or an arm cut off or bitten off, can you grow a new one? No, you can't. Only these animals that God created like that can do that. I have a couple other clips to show you that I found that are interesting to watch. So I'll post those so you can learn about some fish and some different things they do. Another animal that lives in the ocean is an octopus. Ooh. Tomorrow we'll read about some more, but it's just some interesting facts. We don't go deep in the ocean because, first of all, we don't live by an ocean, and you have to have special equipment to go deep in the ocean. So Mrs. Dagberry's been looking for some people, some scientists called oceanographers who have gone deep in the ocean, and they've made films so you can see these different animals. So you can go on a field trip today and look at some different things, different videos about animals that live in the ocean. Have a good afternoon.